Yes, so what I'd like to do today is just show a couple of quick, simple Autocad commands. One of them is what's called a rotate copy, and the other one is a mirror. So just a really short video to explain those. So to do the rotate copy, you start the rotate command off. I'm going to rotate this pattern around to here, and maybe then I'll do a mirror of it afterwards. So rotate. You select the objects. I don't want to select the two center lines here, because if I rotate those I'll end up copying them on top of themselves, which you try to avoid in AutoCAD. I'll just select, I'm doing a right tap on my left mouse and moving it in the right direction. So one tap, let go of it, move it over from right to left, and then another tap. That allows me to select all those objects there by just having the rectangle pass through them. Once I've done that, you press enter. It asks you for a base point. The base point for this one, this is pretty simple. We just pick in the center point or the midpoint there, and then from there I use the option. I'm using the down arrow on my keyboard to get to the option. This is with dynamic input, and I just go down to copy and roll my mouse around like that. I can use my snap, I can just snap to that point there like that to get to it. So it's pretty simple. I'm going to do that again. I'll just show you something a little bit different this time. So I'll just undo. I snapped to an endpoint there on the line when I got to here. You can't always do that. So what I'm going to do here, I use most of the time I actually use what's called pilot tracking. So I'll turn that on, and I'll just show you it's set to 90, 180, 270 and 360. This allows me to, I'll have a line, a green line that comes up on the screen that allows me to lock into angles rather than a snap point. So I'll do it one more time. So rotate, zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to left mouse click, move from right to left like that. Once I've selected the objects, I press enter, pick my midpoint there, and then I'm using the down arrow. There's a number of different ways to get to the options, but I'm using the down arrow and going copy. So I've told it to rotate, now I've told it I want to make a copy of it. Now what I was saying, when I turn the polar tracking on, now if I didn't have that vertical line there, my mouse, as I move it around, it actually locks in every 90 degrees. See the green line that comes up on the screen? So that's what our tracking does. So I'll just lock it in like that. Just do a left click when it's in the right place, and it's done. Pretty easy. Now while we're at it, we may as well have a look at the mirror command. I'll do a few of these. So mirror is this one. I'll mirror these two to this side, again avoiding the midpoint lines here because I don't want to make a copy of them basically. So I'm going to use the same method from right to left to select. It's a green rectangle when I do that. So I've avoided selecting these two lines here, and then just an enter, and then it asks for a mirror line. So to mirror that I have to mirror it from a line that's perfectly vertical. I could use a line in here just from the end point to the end point of that line, or I can use the tracking that I have on as well, because if I just say for instance I didn't have that vertical line, I can just click there, just go straight up, and just you only have to move up a little bit and just do a left click. And if you want to leave the original one there, you just leave this option set as no, and you just press enter. So there's a perfect mirror copy of it. I'll do another one. I'll use a different option at the end about erasing the source object. So I'll show you that one. Mirror. Select your object. I'll select the middle one there because there's not one that's going to go over the top of. So I'm selecting same method. Enter. Just use the existing line as a mirror line, and this time I'll say yes to erase the source object. What that does, it removes the original and leaves the mirror. So that's two different options with it. I'll show you again on this one. Now these are on a diagonal, so it's slightly different. So mirror, select all the objects. I'm using the same method. I use this one most of the time, find it easy. So I've selected what I want to mirror, press enter. It's on a diagonal, so I just go from corner to corner on that one. And if I just press enter, it just leaves the original and creates the mirror image. Very quick, straightforward and easy. If you like this, let me know, because I would like to do more and get a bit of a following.